Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode number 97 of Minnows to Kings, back here in San Marino with SS Cosmos, where you can see that we have made it to the end of the season. It's our 12th season in charge that's come to an end. We can see that we've also done the double. We have got our end of season review to go through. So I've clicked too far, I think. I have signing of the season apparently was Ramiro Sebastian. Played 16 times, scored 15 goals with 7 assists. Player brought in for 2.2 million from Ascoli. Not a player who has really featured personally for me too heavily. Obviously you can see he's played a lot in the league. He has done quite well. He's not really a natural as a striker, but that is where we play him. He's more suited to sort of the attacker midfield role. But he has played a few games as the advanced forward for us, and as you can see, he's done very, very well, which is why he's won the signing of the season. Pavel Iryashev came in. Hold on, it's doing some funky things. Esteval Cirillo. Now, this is the man who I am very, very excited about. 32 appearances with 25 goals and 20 assists, playing as that pressing forward. He has, however, broken his leg. He's got a fractured lower leg. I've sent him to a specialist. Unfortunately, what that's done for him is his bravery has absolutely tanked. And obviously, he's not going to be developing. Not going to be developing either while he's got his injury. In terms of how he is growing, there are some growth elements. His bravery, like I said, has tanked. So that's disappointing. But I am still excited about what this young Brazilian can do. I'm excited to see what he can do at the club. As I said, Pavel Iryashev, it doesn't want me to look at him because it keeps moving. Here we go. An F from the board. It's because we paid a lot of money for him. He is our record signing at 8.25 million. The 18-year-old Kazakh. Again, a decent player. I probably have paid too much for him, but unfortunately I'm in the position where I have to pay that much sort of money to get some of these players in. Now, Pavel can earn his eligibility. He's also eligible for the nation. This is one of the very, very rare times that I've got a player who could be eligible to play for San Marino. Granted, he's got a while to go, but he is actually earning homegrown status as well. I don't know why it stopped showing up in here. To be honest, I've clicked the wrong thing. Right. In terms of other signings, Martin Nunez, it's really, really not wanting me to click on these players. The loan signings, nothing too much to go over there. Katora played a fair few games, 13 assists, not renewing his loan. Sam Roberts, again, I was quite disappointed with Sam, to be honest. The board had given him an A+, but in terms of his European performance, yes, he did all right in the Champions League, but most of those goals came in qualifying. Europa Cup was poor. Group stage of the Champions League, again, was poor. So I'm not going to be renewing Sam's loan. The one loan I am renewing is for Antonio Cesarini at left wing back. I figured he's got this potential to grow into. He's professional. He's got some really, really good physicals. He's got some good mentals as well. And his technicals are improving. I kind of figured that I'd get him in, I'd pay his wages. I am paying all of his wages. But I can afford to pay that. I was just conscious of the fact that I would probably struggle to bring anybody better in myself in terms of financially as well. Because I have made some signings and one of them is quite expensive, to be honest. But we'll go over that obviously next season when we do the transfers. Martin Nunez, an A from the board. Obviously he's on a low wage. I have actually agreed a new contract with him as well, and he's now moved up to 2.5k per week as a star player. 18 years old, again, can gain that homegrown status with us. Development wise, he is done very, very well. He is developing quite well all over the place. His position has gone up by 3. Agility, pace, jumping reach as well. Obviously 18 years old, still growing slightly, but his marking, basically his defensive attributes are improving very, very well, and I'm quite pleased by that. I'm quite excited to see just how good of a player this young Peruvian can become for us. A few other players that were brought in. Arturo Cabrera, again, not really featured for us. He was more brought in as to try and gain some homegrown status, really. He's made 3 appearances for us. He's done quite well when he's come in. Obviously, there's room to improve there as well. Alfaro, £850,000 as the right back, is another player who's done quite well. He's a professional, 22-year-old Costa Rican. He's got some good mentals. His bravery's really good. Tackling, jumping reach, to the point where I might actually consider moving him into a centre-back position. He has got the attributes to play as a centre-back. If we have a look at him on defend, his composure, it really is the only thing that lets him down there. So there's a possibility for that to happen. Maybe I'll see who I'll bring in. Jose Maria, again, not renewing his loan. Not really featured too heavily for us. Only 2 games in San Marino with 13 in the Champions League, obviously because of registration and stuff like that. But doesn't enjoy big matches, consistent, only a balanced personality as well. Not one I'm looking to renew. In terms of transfers out, now we had some big ones this season. Chris Chappell left on a free. Jack Walker went for a small fee to Chesterfield. Tomasoni, Massimo Tomasoni was an excellent player for us when we first started out, but he has now gone to Domignano and he's bagged himself 6 goals this season in 28 appearances. So not too great for him. Transfers out again. Jean Avia was the big one. We got fortunes for John. Only a C though. The board are content with the deal, but that's mainly due to the club making a healthy profit. He's played 18 games, scored 7 goals for Freiburg. Gustavo left for 400k. Didn't really feature for us again. Anthony Mante, last season starting right back, 26 years old. The Ghanaian, I believe, has gone back to Ghana. No, he's in Argentina. Okay, he's in Argentina. But we got 4.5 million for him there, and as you can see, we paid £500,000. So again, we made a decent profit on him, which I was again quite happy with. Jem Prout, another player who performed quite well for us, went to Olympiacos for £8 million. So another healthy profit. Not done the best over in Greece. Has Jem, he's got some really, really good mentals. Has the former Manchester United trainee. Emmanuel Tanor, the striker who played fairly heavily for us over the space of 1 season, left at the end of his contract, I believe it was. Yes, at the end of his contract, he's gone to Lokomotiv Moscow, where, as you can see, it just hasn't really performed. So some of these players who are leaving, they are justified, really. Helder Sarr, maybe one that I'm a little bit disappointed who I let go in terms of being a left back for us. He's got some good attributes for that position. He's aging though. He's now at Colorado after we let him go to Sassuolo for £400,000. They sold him on in the same season pretty much for £650,000. He's done quite well in the MLS. Didn't really do too great in Italy for Sassuolo though. Camilo Martinez, again, we made a nice healthy profit on Camilo. Ismail Kandemir came in for half a season, wasn't happy, wasn't really performing too well, so we shipped him off to Fenerbahce. The same with Carlos Alberto Quinto. Again, it didn't really impress me. Tomic didn't really feature too much. And Traore, who was a mainstay in the squad for a couple of seasons, has gone back to Mali, I believe. Yes, he has gone back to his home country. Done okay back in Mali, but you would expect that really of a player of his quality. Loans out, we've actually got more loans out than that. I don't know why it's only brought the one up. Unhappy about the decisions to loan. Feel we could have commanded a loan free from Kagri Unsal, who is actually leaving at the end of the season. I tried to offer him a contract, but personality wise he's a realist. His attributes are actually really good for a centre half. The young Turk there, but not really going to cut it. In terms of the season results, you can see it was another unbeaten season in the league. Goal difference wasn't overly impressive, if I'm being entirely honest. We actually struggled in a few games this season, partly due to rotation and me trying to bed some of the young players in. Trey Penney with a 27 goal difference. It's actually quite rare to see another club with such a decent positive goal difference. In terms of the Champions League, we were unlucky not to qualify for our group, really. This result against Roma is what cost us, and obviously getting beat 5-0 by Real Madrid in the last round didn't help either. Average attendance of 2,237 in the league, it's the same. Obviously that doesn't change between the two. Europa League, did well to get past Rosenborg, did okay against Arsenal at home, but then went to the Emirates and were beaten 3-0, but that's an improvement on when we've played Arsenal in the past. And in terms of the cup, it was another comfortable cup victory for us. So 11 years in a row that we've won the cup and league double. Biggest win was an 8-0 over Virtus. Match to remember was the 5-1 win away in Denmark. And goal of the season this time around was Jose Maria. A lovely goal from the on-loan Leeds central defender Maria as he scores a well-struck effort from 25 yards. Financially, it's been a good season for us because of the players that we sold on, obviously. Reputation doesn't look like it's going to increase again, but that could happen at any time, really. Sponsorship revenues up, broadcast revenues down, but again, the Champions League revenue comes in after this end-of-season review. Corporates about the same. Competition prize money, again, there's more to come in. Match days down a little bit as well. Ottaviani, the most shirts sold this time around, along with Sebastian. No Cirillo in there, which is surprising. So lineup of the season is pretty much 100% what I would agree with. Maybe swap leader for Alfaro and Couture. I would maybe have Iryashev in there, but other than that, it's pretty standard. Obviously, Esteval Cirillo got a lot of goals. Sebastian got a lot of goals as well, and I'm hoping I can get some of these players actually registered next season for Europe. In terms of the club awards, young player of the season was Cirillo. Signing of the season, Sebastian, we've already spoke about. Top goal scorer was Sam Roberts with 37 goals. That's quite a bit down on what we're used to. But Ottaviani with 26 assists. Player of the match, Sam Roberts. Highest average rating was Cirillo. In terms of record breakers, Luca Brizzi has now made 227 appearances for the club. I have extended his contract again. Unbelievably, he's actually still got some room to improve according to this, but not according to this. He is in prime years. He's getting on a bit. 67 caps now for San Marino. But obviously, I've given him a new contract just to fulfill the league quota, really. Highest transfer fee paid was 8.31 million for Iryashev, who I am expecting big things from him, from the young Kazakh. And then highest transfer fee received was that £20 million for John Avia, who does look actually quite good, doesn't he? Technically, he looks very good. But he's not really cut the mustard for Freiburg in Germany. So we've set a new average attendance. It's up quite a bit. We actually sold our stadium out for the first time ever in a league game. Another unbeaten season. Ottaviani hails me. Thank you, Ottaviani. Players inducted into the Hall of Fame. The overall best 11 the players inducted in was Alfie Moon and the regista position, believe it or not. Marco Selva and Avenatti have obviously become part of the bench. Nicolo Kudryk still at Pescara, still averaging 1 in 3, which isn't too bad. Kevin Rossi is still making it into this overall best 11 for the club. Still kicking around in Italy. Fischer's in there. Bono, Jean-Claude Bono is still at Anderlecht. He's actually playing regularly for Anderlecht as well. Was a very, very good player for us for the 2 years we had him on loan. Chappelle hasn't found himself a new club since being released by us. He's available on a free transfer, but I don't think we'll be signing him again. So yeah, it's another fantastic season for Cosmos. What the board expect from us next season is the Champions Cup to reach the playoff minimum. So that's no different to last season. Everything else is win the cup, win the league, which is absolutely fine. We'll accept that. Luca Brizzi, Ottaviani are the team leaders. I'll send the guys off on their holidays. We're going to do it all again next season. We performed above expectations this season. Champions League proper. They seem okay with that one. And I will discuss promises with them after pre-season. So they're all off on their holidays. Injury report, end of season break. Yeah, I've got some players coming in. Obviously, there's all the 17-year-olds, etc. There's obviously players leaving as well, like Eduardo and Agbula and Pizon. Players who not really featured for us. So we've got a lot of players going out. We have got a lot coming in as well. A lot of 17-year-olds, a lot of young men to fulfill homegrown status quotas, really. Got Ricky North coming in from Borussia Mönchengladbach for 3.5 million. 18-year-old Englishman as potentially as a new regista or ball-winning midfielder. He's got great, if we just put it on this one, 16 tackling, teamwork. He's driven as well, which is one of the reasons why I picked him up. He's got great potential to fulfill, and he hasn't cost us too much money, really. But I will go over those when we get to the start of the new season. Obviously, having a look at the club info as well, we still state-of-the-art in training facilities. I can't upgrade youth facilities anymore. For some reason, it's not coming up as an option. Reputation, I really, really need that to start picking up though. So I'm going to click forward to the point where coefficients change like I normally do, and then we'll come back, and there's a couple of things I want to go over as well regarding the future of this save file on YouTube. So I'm going to click forward, and I'll catch up again in just a minute. Right guys, we're starting to get some of the information coming through now. You can see here on the screen that the San Marino League has moved up 13 places to 62nd. So again, we are moving that league in the right direction. Where are we? We're further up. I was scrolling down having a look at it. So 62nd still leaves us on 2 stars, but it puts us around about the Swedish First Division. We're above the Welsh Premier Division now. German Regional Division. So we still cinch Championship, the Scottish Championship. So we are improving. We're now above League 2 in terms of the league. But that's a really, really big 13 place jump in terms of the San Marino League again. So that is making this league a much more attractive place to be, which is absolutely fantastic. In terms of the European club rankings, we have moved up 8 places to 30th. We're now in the top 30 in the European rankings, which is awesome. We're right behind Hoffenheim. We are bang on a 60 at the minute, 0.5 behind Hoffenheim. Now we'll lose this 9 this season, but hopefully we can continue what we've done in the last couple of seasons, maybe go for another 21, but at the minimum a 16 to keep us moving up those ranks. That might even see us as now a 3rd seed when it comes to group stages for the Champions League, providing we get there, which we should get there, which means that we might actually have a slightly easier time of it in the groups. In terms of homegrown players, we are getting there. I'm slowly working my way through transfers. I've got a massive wage budget this year. I've got £500,000. I've also got a big transfer budget, which I'm wheeling and dealing. There's a couple of players who are looking to move on. You can probably notice which ones they are going by the value. Ramiro Sebastian, his contract expires at the end of this season. They'd like the season coming, and he didn't want to sign a new one, so I am looking to move him on. He's currently under bid from River Plate back in Argentina, £8 million. And we bought him in for 2.2, so that will be a nice tidy profit. The other one is Kevin Engelhardt. There was a few clubs interested in him. So he is actually currently underbid from Shakhtar for 11.5 million. So again, that would be a tidy bit of profit on him, considering we paid 2.7 million. Obviously, there'll be replacements coming in for these guys, which I have had a look into. I'm not going to give too much away. There's a central defender from Fiorentina here. There's also a striker coming in from Freiburg. It cost me around about £5 million. So yeah, that is basically the end of this season. Reputation hasn't increased again, which is unfortunate, but the fact that the league keeps rising up the ranks again is really, really good. That's the end of the season though, guys. It's season 12, I think. Yes, end of season 12. Going forward with this save, now I am going to continue it. I am going to continue it, but in terms of it being uploaded onto YouTube, there might be a little bit of a break. What I want to do is I basically want to learn how to edit it a bit better. I think like the seasons are starting to drag on a little bit now. We're sort of stagnating again, and I want to, for now, shorten the seasons in terms of what you see in the videos, and that's going to require me editing a bit more. But I for what I want to do, I actually still need to learn how to do it. Yeah, like I've only been doing this 4 months now, and I've not really had the time to sit down and learn how to edit stuff properly. But I do, going forward, I am going to keep recording. I'm going to keep recording what's happening, so you may find yourselves like 3-4 weeks behind where I actually am. But that is because I want to learn how to do some proper editing with it, and hopefully the start of next season, in terms of games and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit better editing wise. But there might not be a video for a week, maybe a couple of weeks. I am concentrating on my Formula 1 manager stuff as well, which is going absolutely great for me. But it's all down to editing, and like I say, I need to teach myself how to do that. I'll watch some videos on YouTube which do teach me how to do that. There's some excellent videos that I've come across which teach me how to use the piece of software that I use to edit my videos. But yeah, guys, I just want to say massive thank you for all the support that I've been shown. One thing I did want to go over this season quickly is regarding another club. Now it's potential for things to start be improving. Libertas currently play at the Borgo Maggiore, 350 capacity. They are moving into a new stadium. Now I don't know, obviously it's rented from the council, but they've actually built their own. Now I don't know any information about it. It doesn't tell me that, but it will come next season. They played the last game in that stadium. It was actually against us, which is how I know about it. I don't know where they've got the money from, but it's potential for it to be the start of something happening in the league. We do have, was it La Fiorita who had all the money? Their estimated value's gone down massively. Tre Fiore, I need some of these clubs to become professional. But yeah, guys, thanks a lot for obviously tuning in, showing me your support, everything like that. Like I say, the series will continue. It will be back. It might just be taking a little bit of a break from YouTube while I try and figure out exactly how I want to edit it. I'm not good with computers and doing stuff with them and whatever. So bear with me for a week, 2 weeks while I figure out how to do it. But thanks, guys, as always, and I'll see you all for next season.